Frank Carter, who had nearly started a fight with Kevin on the martial arts training field, was harassing Lily, holding her hand and smiling. "Carter, what's the matter with you? How dare you come on to my wife?" "Honey, if you want to fight, Carter, let's get started. Are we going to stand around all day talking?" "That's it. Nothing can save you now." Even though Carter was quick, Kevin was quicker. As Carter stepped in to punch, Kevin easily avoided him. You could barely follow him with your eyes as he sidestepped the punch and countered to Carter's ribs and then his temple. Then suddenly Carter pulled a knife out of his belt and stabbed Kevin. But the blade didn't touch him. It cut his shirt, but it seemed to be stopped before it went through his skin. Kevin quickly countered with a palm to Carter's left shoulder. Carter went cartwheeling through the air and struck several of the onlookers, knocking them to the ground. Kevin had just beaten the school's martial arts instructor, Frank Carter, outside on the practice field, with Professor Murdoch and half the school watching. "Oh, Kevin." Lily hugged her husband around the neck and gave him a big kiss on the cheek. For the rest of the week, Lily and Kevin spent a lot of time with each other. They went to the farmer's market, cooked, even did housework together. After all the troubles they'd seen, it was a good change to spend such a pleasant week together. But would it last? "I wonder how she reacted to the pills," Kevin wondered as he picked up the phone. "Hello, Professor Murdoch. Have you had a chance to rest?" "Not yet, but I'm calling about something else. There will be a very important meeting next Monday." "What do you mean by important?" "This afternoon, the Myriads abducted the leaders of the top 10 organizations. Roger Knott was behind it all. They're planning on shaking things up among the younger members and putting the most evil groups in their place. What does this have to do with me?" "What do you think? The School for the Healing Arts is going to have a contest. Whoever wins is going to have to kill Roger Knott. Your development has already reached an extraordinary level. I'm very optimistic that you'll win the contest and handle the problem." Kevin sat there on the sofa with a big frown on his face. He was actually a member of the Myriads, and the deputy sect leader considered him a brother. Not to mention, he was Mackenzie's grandfather. Kevin had to find a way to save Roger Knott's life. Very quickly, news of a martial arts competition to eliminate the Myriads quickly spread throughout the entire school. Professor Murdoch entered each classroom and explained the rules of the contest. They were very simple. Students would fight each other one-on-one. They couldn't use hidden weapons, nor could they injure or kill their opponents. The winners of each round would move forward to face one another in the same manner, and the final victor would have an opportunity to kill Roger Knott. "Professor Murdoch, are you sure I can handle them? This is a lot of pressure. You better make this school proud. If you don't get first place, I'll..." "Don't worry. I was just kidding. Of course I'll give my best." Featuring students from different classes and other organizations, Kevin was faced with fierce competition and was unsure if he could win in order to save Roger Knott. The large martial arts arena could accommodate almost 100,000 people, and now all the seats were currently filled. As his gaze swept across the entire venue, he saw some familiar faces, such as Kelly Emmett, who was a member of the Union, sitting next to Renee Silver and Ariana Titus.
"Everyone, please be quiet."
It was none other than Wayne Ford, who looked to be in his early 30s. However, the fact that he was able to sit there clearly indicated his high position. It seemed that he wasn't only the enforcer at the Southwest School of Healing. On top of that, he was also the dean of the Healing Arts School.
"Today is an important day for the Healing Arts School. The Myriads and the Alliance are two evil underground organizations that have been causing great harm to the world. They must both be eradicated for the greater good. Thanks to a concerted effort from the top 10 organizations, we have managed to capture Roger Knott from the Myriads. This man has committed countless crimes and has killed countless people. Do you think we should punish him?"
"We should! What kind of bullshit narrative is he selling? And the fact that they're all agreeing with him, they must be out of their minds."
"I believe that everyone already knows about today's competition, so I won't keep you all waiting for long. With that, I hope the contestants can give their all and fight for a chance to get rid of evil."
"Now the competition shall officially begin. Here are the matchups for the first round. When they heard that Kevin was fighting against a student from the Central Alternative Healing Academy, Clarissa Pratt, everyone burst into laughter. Kevin, you should just surrender now. It's not too late to withdraw from the competition. I really don't know what Professor Murdoch was thinking. She actually let you participate in the competition. Isn't this deliberately making our class lose face in front of everyone?
Kevin, I know you're good at martial arts. Even Carter can't beat you. However, you should know your own limitations. Do you think you'll actually stand a chance against Clarissa? What the hell is wrong with the three of you? If you're looking for someone to fight, I wouldn't mind kicking your asses right now.
Dalton, calm down. They're just jealous. Don't waste your time with those three idiots. Although Clarissa was quite the formidable opponent, Kevin wasn't someone that should be taken lightly either. While he was constantly dismissed by his peers for being a useless son-in-law of the Jones family, Kevin had proved everyone wrong so many times already. And even if all the people in their class gathered to fight him together, they still wouldn't be able to defeat him. Therefore, it was hard to say who would win or lose in the competition between the two of them.
Kevin, I know you can do it. Besides, I placed a bet on you for $1 million, so if you win, I can make a lot of money.
Kevin, why are you still sitting there? Your matchup is coming soon. Hurry up so you still have time to get ready. Kevin quickly shook it off as he took a deep breath to compose himself before entering the purple arena. At that moment, Clarissa was already waiting for him at the other end. Kevin, I admire your bravery to take part in this competition. I'm sure you'll be a worthy first opponent. I hope you can let me fight to my heart's content today. You're not bad yourself. I've heard good things about your training as well. I've never fought with an unarmed person. Please take out your dagger before we start. Kevin nodded as he drew the night dagger from his pocket. As soon as he did this, Clarissa suddenly made her move within a blink of an eye. As he watched this scene unfold in front of him, all the hair on Kevin's body suddenly stood up in fear. He instinctively turned around and used his hands to protect his back.
Everyone look! Clarissa has already taken the initiative to strike first. Can Kevin block her attack?
In the next second, a clear sound was heard across the entire venue as the crowd gasped around them. I'm impressed by your quick reflexes. You managed to block my dagger strike to your back. Not bad, right? Unfortunately, this is a battle, so we can't be too friendly any longer. She then used her dagger to cut down the wooden pole that Kevin had been standing on. Immediately after, the wooden pole broke apart, forcing him to jump onto another pole.
Each wooden pole in the purple arena is 15 feet tall. According to the rules, whoever lands on the ground first will be the loser.
At just that moment, Kevin began to take things more seriously. He then decided to knock down a couple of wooden poles beside him to distance himself from her. Clarissa was only a teenager when she started studying at the Central Alternative Healing Academy. She had been training directly under her mentor, Paul, who was the headmaster of the organization. That's it. Playtime is over. I have to get serious now. After Clarissa said this, she closed her eyes as her dagger suddenly slipped from her hand and landed right between her feet. Just then, Clarissa opened her eyes once again. Upon doing so, she picked up her dagger and threw it forcefully in a circular motion before catching it back once it had fully rotated. All of a sudden, every wooden pole that was still standing was cut in half.
Paul, did she just use the halo technique? Looks like your student has really learned a lot of advanced skills from you.
Suddenly, Kevin had a light bulb moment as something clicked in his mind. If Clarissa could harness the power of her inner strength and couple that with her training, then he could surely do the same. After all, he'd taken a lot of herbal pills that improved his own strength, including the crystal pill from the Night King yesterday. As Kevin closed his eyes, a boastful smile appeared on the corner of Clarissa's mouth. Now that you've seen the power of the halo technique, are you ready to surrender now? Deep down, Clarissa didn't actually want to cause any deaths. After all, Kevin was also just a student at the Healing Arts School and not an actual enemy, and this competition was only meant to be a showcase of their skills. However, just as Clarissa thought that Kevin was about to give up, she saw a familiar look in his eyes when he opened them up again. Her face suddenly changed when she realized why.
Hi, Kevin here. If you're wondering what happens next, then stay tuned on the Pocket FM Universe channel for more episodes.